There's always been a trend which says that men should make money first before they even think of getting into a relationship. And the fact that women are also hypogamous in nature, it makes the situation worse. So most men think that once they are rich, they can definitely marry any woman that they want, preferably a beautiful woman. And it ends it, right? Because there's a balance. But however, after we hear stories about these women that married famous rich men cheating on their husbands. Why is this happening? I mean, women want rich men. So why is it that after they've settled with these rich men, they still go on to cheat with Chad and Tyrone? Let's look at the looks of the wealthy. If you look at the richest men in the world right now, you look at them from top to toe, you begin to discover one thing. Many of these men are average looking. And women feel like if you are rich and you are able to afford luxury things, you should be able to work on your looks. But there's a saying that if you are truly rich, it means you can't be that handsome. And this is why many of these rich wives fall into attraction with Chad and Tyrone. Because they feel that if you are so obsessed with business to the extent that you have refused to go to the gym, you have refused to work on your waistline, you've refused to work on the tiny little things about your physical look, then in as much as they are also getting married to you or getting into some sort of relationship with you, there is likelihood that when they meet another guy who doesn't necessarily have the money but has the look, they will fall, and they will fall rapidly. And that is why you see these rich women having some sort of intimacy with their cleaners, their cook, their PAs, and even their security guards. Let's take at the trophy wife mentality that the rich men also have. The rich men believe that they have hustled from zero to the top. They've made a name for themselves in any industry that they are successful in. So they believe that due to this reason, since I have struggled to the way top, I should be able to pick any woman that is of my choice. Meanwhile, while picking this woman that is beautiful, has the height, big bum, and big boobs, they've forgotten that there are other characters that are not seen that should be looked for in a woman. Or let's just say that they know that these characters exist, but they don't bloody care because they are just looking for the trophy wife figure. And they believe that the trophy wife also doesn't really care about, qualities, good qualities a husband should possess, because she doesn't care as well. So at the beginning, the foundation has crashed because each of them, whether man or wife, didn't choose spouses based on character. So many of these rich men throw caution into the air because obviously they know that their wives are gold digger and they are there for the money. So they believe that you're there for the money, you're not there for any other thing. So you would do anything that I want you to do. And they see their wives as possessions. But when these women begin to meet other men outside their relationship or outside their marriage and begin to compare these men to their wealthy husbands, they begin to see a very obvious difference in the fact that these men treat them with respect, treat them with dignity, and they value themselves, so to say. The impossible work-life balance cannot be ignored when it comes to why these women cheat on their wealthy husbands. From the beginning, they know how busy these men can be. For example, somebody that owns a tech company, it literally means that he's not going to be at home most of the time. He's going to always travel. And anytime he's at home, he spends few time at home. But then again, these trophy wives are not willing to understand that you cannot get attention and money at the same time. Most of the time, when it comes to having a spouse, you would always have to choose one. Either you want attention more, or you want riches, fame, and every other thing on the second side. But these women that are called trophy wives, they are never willing to understand that the fact that they are able to have access to this much money equally means that they won't be able to get their attention. So for this reason, at some point, they would be willing to eat their cake and have it, which is to continue to enjoy the man's riches while there's one child in the corner that continues to have access to her while the man is away. The weak sex life of the wealthy. I stand to be corrected, and I am not also saying that I know the sex life of every wealthy or rich man. But it can be said that almost all rich men are not spending 24 hours in bed trying to please their wives. If they are trying to do this, it definitely means that some part of their life that has to do with where the money comes in will suffer. And that is where many of these trophy wives don't understand. They think that rich men also come with big D's. And aside from the fact they come with big D's, there are guys that will go so many rounds, that will put rose petals on the floor and they would make love all day. But in actual reality, rich men don't actually have time for this. When they need to have intimacy and they are having intimacy, I wouldn't say these men are fast, but I would say that they don't spend too much time on this. And why trophy wives cheat is because they never get this sexual satisfaction from their husbands, and because of that, at some point, even after trying different, adult toys, trying different things to make sure they reach that level of satisfaction, when they meet Chad, and Chad is able to bang them well, they would obviously continue to have intimacy with Chad. So let's talk about the lonely life of trophy wives. The reason why so many women married to these rich men are lonely is because most of the time, this wealthy men has made it that they either don't want their wives to work under anyone, or they don't want their wives to have any business. They want their wives to just be there for them to look at and for them to be satisfied, for them to have access to anytime they want intimacy. And that's why they are called trophy wives. So these men, when they get married to these women, the fact that these women don't have anything that they are currently doing, boredom sets in. I don't know why I saw this statistic, but there's a statistic that was saying that, talking about 50% of stay-at-home moms or stay-at-home wives are likely to cheat on their husband. And the main reason is boredom. When a woman is bored and there is nothing to put the mind on, there's nothing to work on every day when she wakes up from bed, at some point when she meets Chad on Instagram, she would obviously want to spend more time when hubby is not at home. If you ask me, I would really say that in as much as men think that money is what is needed to get married to any kind of woman, it is not the only thing that would keep the relationship or the marriage in the long run. Many of these qualities that women also look at, aside from, of course, the money is what they say is the most important, but that's not really true, because if you look at it, many of these women that cheat on their wealthy husband are not cheating with equally rich men. They are cheating, in fact, with broke men. So it shows that there are other qualities that men didn't take important. Men don't see important because they are wealthy. And these qualities are the things these trophy women are looking for. These hypogamous women want to eat their cake and have it, in as much as they want someone that can provide that lifestyle for them. They want him to be a god, basically. They want him to have the looks, they want him to have the money, and they want him to be God, to be a god in bed as well. But when we look at it on a clearer picture, how many men right now possess these qualities at once? None. And if they do, what's the percentage of men that possess this quality? As usual, what do you think about this video? Drop your comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Also, share this video. If you've not subscribed, why not subscribe? It doesn't cost a thing. And any of this video on my right or left, watch them if you found this one interesting and engaging. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.